Yes, that's right. Cyril wants to accelerate the decolonization of education. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to News in 5. I'm your host, Joe Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. Ramaphosa calls on teachers to become involved in decolonization of education.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has called on teachers to join students and learners in the debate on the decolonization of education. Ramaphosa was speaking at the opening of the 10th Education International Africa Regional Conference on Tuesday at Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg. Ramaphosa said many countries on the continent needed to deal with the impact of colonization, which had plunged them into a crisis. Okay, the only thing that has plunged Africa into a crisis is the dictators that exist here in Africa. And you, Cyril Ramaphosa, have been part of the plunge that South Africa has been experiencing. More than that, you've been part of the cause, too. The impact of colonization in many of our countries on our continent has a huge negative impact, and the whole process of decolonization of education has become increasingly important, Ramaphosa said. He said the discussions at the conference focusing on tackling important issues such as racism, decolonizing education, promoting democracy, human rights, and trade union rights could not be more timely. The project of decolonizing education in Africa is not just a matter of academic interest in many ways. It is a pressing need that others will say is a life and death matter because education is so important in the lives of people around the world. This man says this while in his own country, the education system is failing dismally, decolonized or not. He said it had become more urgent that education be streamlined and cleansed of the colonial type of ideology that infected the education system.
At no point in your rambling were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
We must challenge colonial theories and practices to build resilient education systems that are centered on African perspectives and experiences. This, Ramaphosa said, required a shift from the Eurocentric worldview to embrace a more diverse and inclusive perspective.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Okay, this rhetoric that we need to decolonize is just idiotic. Yes, I said it. By the definition of decolonization, that would mean that we need to strip away everything that we know now and move into the bush with a loincloth. Okay, maybe that's a bit extreme, but you get the idea. Now, fair enough, I understand that maybe some curriculums don't have a more focused African history. Or maybe there's a warped view on the African history. And I can understand if some African tribes or African people don't want to learn about World War I or World War II. Maybe they don't want to learn about the Black Plague because they think it was a racist plague. And maybe they don't want to learn about the Holocaust. They would rather learn about their own history that has been passed down from generation to generation. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that. As a matter of fact, why not just open another subject in all schools and universities that focuses on that African history? But the ANC speaks about the system, the education system as it is now, like a boogeyman, like it needs to be, blackenized or something. But let's be honest, there is no education system in South Africa. And some people would actually say that the education system has already been decolonized because there's a 30% pass rate. But rather than worrying about decolonizing the education system, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, maybe you should focus more on making sure that there's an education system to begin with. Or is that part of decolonizing the education system? And the real truth of the matter is that the ANC fears an educated population, because an educated population would probably vote against them. So the ANC creates these boogeymen to distract us from their failures. The education system is failing our people because it's colonized. That's basically what he's trying to say. And for those of you who think that decolonization is a good thing and it's going to happen, I hate to break it to you, but it's probably not, because the ANC actually has no will to fix the education system. Whether they want to decolonize it or not, it's going to continue to fail. We're going to have a lot of people who struggle to go to school, who drop out before matric, and even those that stay in school will struggle to even learn because books aren't being delivered or the teachers don't show up. Anyways, rant over. Let me know in the comment section below, do you guys agree with me or not? If you enjoyed this kind of content, you might enjoy these videos. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way, and if you really enjoyed this content, then maybe consider becoming a member to this channel. It's greatly appreciated and supports me and this channel to do what I do, which is this stuff. So yes, become a member, please. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.